here and shit. Hold on. Can you guys hear me now? I wonder, can you hear me now? Wonder if you guys can hear me now. Okay. All right. Hold on. I got to do something. Hold on, guys. All right. My son was in here messing around. It's cool though. He just hooked my recording stuff back up again. Usually before I do videos and shit, I'll unhook this shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't like talking into the mic too much, but here it is. It is what it is, right? Fuck it. We'll talk into this bitch. But if you guys can hear me, am I too loud for you guys? Am I good? Like, oh, that's what's up. What's up, Raider Joe, Ruben Nava, Big Mo, Lone Wolves? Hey, there's so much to talk about since the last time I was here, right? Bro, these motherfuckers, they're on me pretty hard. Like, for those, like, you know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, bro, like, on some real shit, I was put on the federal watch list probably about 15 years ago, a couple years before my son was born. See, I've been in deep in a lot of things, bro. Like, I've been speaking the truth for a lot of years. And even though I'm not, like, internet famous like that, but within people that I've met, I've spread a lot of truth and a lot of knowledge within a lot of people, right? Many people, millions of people through the internet here and there, as well as in person. Yo, what's up? What's up, Richard Lyons? Bro, first off, let's go here. What do you guys want to go with first? You guys want to talk Raiders? You guys want to talk Biden Harris? What do you guys want to talk? I'll tell you what, I want to talk Raiders, bro, because I wasn't able, you know what I'm saying, to come out and make a video about the game or nothing, right? Because I was banned, so I couldn't do live, I couldn't do shit. We'll talk about why the fuck I was banned. They're looking through old videos, man, from months ago, and they're going back and they're starting to strike me on them. And it's cool. It's whatever, man. This shit it's whatever. It's not a big deal. Who's the Biden character, right? Yeah. Where is he? Is more like it. That motherfucker done croaked somewhere, right? Yeah. Yeah, bro. And so we'll touch on that. A few years ago, I was told by my lawyer years ago, right? Years ago, probably about 15, 16 years ago. He hits me up out of nowhere. I ain't seen him in a minute. We ain't been in trouble or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a brother. And he just hits me up out of nowhere and he's like, hey man, what the fuck are you doing, man? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? At the time, I was heavily, I was doing a lot of bad stuff at the time. I was involved in a lot of shit, but nothing that you would consider would be like, I wasn't robbing people. We weren't harming nobody or nothing like that. I was drug dealing. You know what I'm saying? I was involved in dealing drugs back then. I don't do it anymore. And it's been so many years. Thank God. Thank God my son was born and I chose a better life of driving truck. You feel me? And, so, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where he calls me and he asks me what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing, but I knew that I was starting to move up. And he told me, look, man, I just got a call from the DEA. And they told me, they asked me who you were. They asked me information. I told them what the fuck did they want. He said that you need to get the fuck off the internet. And this was when MySpace was heavy. MySpace was still heavy back then. You know what I'm saying? It was at the end of it, but it was heavy and I was heavy there. And as well as a few other local space and shit like that where you could get your shit through. Well, anyways, the motherfucker just told me that I needed to get the fuck off the internet and that I was on the federal watch list and they were watching me. And then some other things happened after that where I had face-to-face conversations and I was fucked with and pulled over a few times, taken out of my car, questioned, searched, all kinds of shit. So I do have to be careful sometimes when I come up on here, but my fucking fire gets the best of me sometimes. You see what I'm saying? But all my guys, I got a question. Where were you in Fresno during the split? And what yes, I was, bro. Raider Joe, I was. We were. Let's talk about that real quick. Raider Joe asked something. And for my Raider brothers, hey, if you guys want to hear this real quick, yes, I was in Fresno and we were coming up. We were barely, my generation was that generation of the first street Bulldogs. The generation before us were the ones that popped it off and broke off. And if that's what you're talking about, If you're talking about the North and the South, if you're talking about the split between Fresno and San Ho and the North, if that's what you're talking about, Raider Joe, is that what you're talking about? If that's what you're talking about, let me know so I can keep going, because if not, I don't want to start getting into it and it's not what you're talking about. Okay. Yes. And like I said before, I was deep in it, but you never heard me saying anything, throwing up gang signs, none of that. But my boys were level 4 dogs. My brothers were hard in it on the street. Brother-in-law surrounded by it. Noah was not born into it. What I was born into was more my uncle is passed on. One of my uncles was original Mexican mafia member that was one of the guys that broke off from the mafia and started with the NF in the North. So my bloodline goes back that far, right? Like most of us from California that were born there were Mexicans. We got that lineage somewhere right there, right? Well, yo, what's up? My 2 cents was cracking. Hey, everybody that's up in here, bro. So Raider Joe, we're on the street at that time, and a lot of shit there's a line being pushed. So if you're out there and you're representing anything from Fresno that's not North, and if it's Bulldogs at the time, and even though you're not repping it, but everyone I'm with is, so I know what the fuck I'm dealing with, but I'm not throwing signs of they're doing their things. We get all in the mix of stuff. Shit happens. So at that time, there was a hard line being pushed by the younger dogs on the street because the word was coming from the pen, what was going on, and it was now being pushed in the street. So we ran into norteños back then. Not a lot of sureños, but a couple. But we ran into a couple of groups of norteños. But to be honest with you, Fresno was putting it down pretty hard. So a lot of these fools were becoming scarce. A lot of Northerners were becoming scarce. And there really wasn't many Southerners back then in 89, 90, 91, 92. It was just North and Fresno, and the North asserting itself through the streets. It was a war, bro. There was motherfuckers coming from during that time while you're warring with the North, which is more in prison than on the street from my experience. Back then, homies weren't banging on each other. Like, you know, East Side and North, whatever. If they were Bulldog, they were all together. There wasn't the street gangs yet. That wasn't developed. That all came from the South. That was all developed from down South. That ideology was brought down here by a couple of homies there's a couple of dudes that started Fresno gangs that I won't talk about that are original Sureños, original Southerners, Intruders. Remember that gang, the Intruders, the Trece from down there in LA? One of them original dudes started one of the prominent street gangs right now that's been around for years in Fresno. And I'm not going to say who, but those from the know who I'm talking about. Well, I was locked up with that fool in juvenile hall. Me and him butted heads. There's a lot of, like, I have a history with a lot of the street gangs in Fresno through the older homies, not the younger dudes. They don't know who the fuck I am because I've never been a banger. They know what I was about and they know what I was involved in. But during that time, there was a lot of shit going on. And then you got to understand the Bulldog homies, the ones that are really in the street and that were really putting it down, they're in overdrive, bro. And there was no fucking back down from nobody. Homies were shot, stabbed, shooting, stabbing, mollywopping, the whole fucking nine. Pulling motherfuckers out of the car on Kings Canyon. Hey, those are, you know, the homies, not trying to disrespect, but the homies be like, hey, those busters right there. Next thing you know, wham, motherfuckers getting drug out the car. It didn't happen a lot because once it started happening in the beginning, they kind of cleared out. And Fresno asserted itself to what it ultimately became for a long time, known as a Bulldog. It was ran by the Bulldogs. I can't speak on that now, but I know back then it was tight. Like you had OG homeboys like Crackers, Big Crackers, Little Crackers, right? And then you had Mr. Loco, which is Baby Crackers. You had all these guys, the Vindiolas, the Venegas, you know, the Rodriguezes, the Cervantes. You got all these guys, all these families. I won't say my last name, but my last name's thrown up in there too. The Aguilars, all those guys, all asserted themselves in the street. Cisco, Anthony, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too many names, but so I caught myself. But like my brother-in-law, Big Diablo, and dudes like that were putting it down inside and came out to the street and seen that homies on the street were knocking it down and joined in. And it was just a free-for-all and it was wide open. So during that time, Raider Joe, it was really cracking, bro. And if you were outside with colors on, you knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it is now. Anybody can wear anything and people go walking around dressed up like Christmas, walking Christmas trees all lit up and shit, a hat, glasses, fucking earrings, 15 chains, bracelets everywhere, fucking rings, oh shit, 2 watches, all this bullshit. You know what I mean? It's crazy now, but back during those times, during the split on the street, it was war, and we had a couple of run-ins with Southerners too, but it wasn't as bad. I mean, it was worse with the Southerners than it was with the Northerners because it started beginning into shootouts. And then we had one shootout with a group of Northerners, but that was like they weren't even known enemies. It was just kind of running into people at the wrong time in the wrong place. And then you realize, oh, where you from? We don't even know who the fuck is that? You know, homies don't talk like that. Bulldogs don't talk like that. What's up? And then things happen. So it was war, man. And a lot of homies were putting their shit in, man, putting their time in and their effort in and doing a lot of things. Hey, bro, not only that, though, Raider Joe, not only the red on red, but then the TRGs, bro, from Long Beach, the Asian gangs, the Cambodian gangs, and the mini trucks and shit started moving on through at the same time, and they started smoking. The ones who brought the guns and that kind of weaponry aspect really out in Fresno to where it was just that's what it was in the street was the Asian homies in my generation. It was the Asian homies that were coming up because they just started smoking homies at fucking Burger King parking lots. One of my homeboys, Jose Navarro, crazy, rest in peace, got killed back in 94, 95. He got shot right there at the old Burger King parking lot on McKenzie and fucking Abbey, McKenzie and Blackstone. He got smoked right there in the parking lot in front of his mom and his sister. Some Asian fools pulled up on a mini truck and they banged on him and he banged on them and they pulled out a 45 and they shot him in the fucking head right there, laid him out, killed him. And there was a lot of that shit going on right there. There was a lot of that shit going on, bro. And I'll tell you what, the red on red thing though, a lot of those fools, Raider Joe, would be disguised later on as bulldogs. They'd wear bulldog shit to navigate and infiltrate and try to get homies from the inside out. Later on, there's a lot of crazy shit that went on because bulldogs start running. Some of them start going back to the north on the unders. It's weird. A lot of weird things going on. And then when they started programming with the Southerners in the 90s in Pleasant Valley and other prisons and all that, I remember my homies from my hood were directly programming with the Southerners. And when they wrote us a letter about it, we were all pissed off. Like, what the fuck you guys doing? You know, not me, but my brothers, and then me included because I'm with them. But I'm not like mad because, oh, they're banging. But I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you guys, I don't understand the politics here. Now you're clicking up with them. Oh, we're just programming with them. And then also one of my homies was also one of the ones who fucked the whole program up because he got drunk and started fucking banging on a Southerner and everything blew the fuck up. And that's how that shit went to the wayside. So there's a lot of crazy things when it comes to Fresno, bro, and especially the Bulldogs during that time asserting themselves in the streets and in prison. And it was a lot of work getting put in, bro. It was a lot of work getting put in. It's not like it is now, bro, where people could just say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and then whatever, and they start rapping about it or talking about it, taking pictures, or they dress up, or they go get some real reputable homies to take pictures with them, and it makes them valid over the internet. Like, the motherfuckers that really know dudes, they're not out there taking pictures for the internet with them and posting it. Yeah, this the homie, this the OG, this. You don't do shit. They don't want to be on camera. They don't want to take pictures. They don't want to be out there like that, letting people, oh yeah, this was the older homie, did 20. This dude did 15. This guy did this. This guy was a right. This guy, there's none of that going on. So anyways, when it comes to that, that's what it was, bro. It was just war out there. But when it comes, sometimes, bro. Yeah, me and him, he got me banned from TikTok, Raider Joe. Gunner got me banned from TikTok 2.5 years ago. Gunner's cool, bro, but there's weird shit about Gunner. Gunner's and by the way, like I never met him as Gunner. His name was Skinner on the street, bro. Gunner's Collective, Skinner. And he said that before. They used to call him Skinner. Like when I met him briefly when I was selling weed back in the early 2000s, bro, late 90s. He was chilling at a homie's house and shit. I won't say who it was, but he was there with a homie. They were drinking whatever. When I pulled up to serve this quarter pound of bud, they came out and he was one of the dudes. Right? And I just remember them saying, yeah, this the homeboy Skinner or whatever. Skinner. But I see how he switched it and his internet name's Gunner, right? But yeah, we knew him as Skinner because he used to roll with the white dudes, bro. So he does know a lot of people and he has been in prison and all that, but he's a good storyteller. I'll just say that. I'm not going to shoot down Gunner, but he's a good storyteller. Just like the other fool, Renegade Media, he's a good storyteller too, bro. But the Renegade Media is a bigger liar than Gunner is. Gunner at least takes some truth and mixes in bullshit with it and makes a good story. At least there's some truth with Gunner. With Renegade Media, that fool takes a speck of truth and he throws a glob of lies around it and he throws it to the wall and hopes it sticks. And people like watching that bullshit. He was speaking about my family on there. Didn't even know what was up. Yeah, bro. Yeah, they banned me, and it happens every so often. But the Raiders, and Gardner motherfucking Minshew, bro. Gardner Minshew. Now let me tell you something. I feel bad. Like, I feel bad about, I don't want to say feel bad, but I feel for Antonio Pierce because he has no confidence in Gardner Minshew in that offense whatsoever. The O-line is bad, bro. The O-line is bad, but it can be fixed. I'm going to tell you what it is. Cody Whitehair is the one fucking the whole line up because that guy's really bad, and because he's really bad, and Parham's good, but he just needs to get back into game shape or game speed, whatever it is. Whatever it is, he's fucking lacking. James is becoming a liability after the first game. Andre James and Cody Whitehair, to me, are the biggest liabilities, along with Miller, who probably still hurt. So you could see that whole left side of that line get revamped, where don't be surprised if James keeps playing the way he's playing. Do not be surprised if Powers Johnson coming in at center, and then moving James over to right guard, because James is a better right guard and left guard than he is a fucking center. If you remember when we first got him, he played a little bit of, I think it was right guard and left guard before he just got to start at center, became the number one starter there. So it's just, there's so many things going on with the Raiders, bro. But I just want to start with Gardner Minshew, the quarterback. I just want to start with Minshew. If you cannot see that this guy, of course, the line is fucked up, so he's scared. He knows he ain't got no time. But that's where it comes into being a pocket passer first, because the thing about a pocket passer is that pocket can be crumbling. He's going to wait in there at the last minute to try to make something happen. It could be good sometimes. It could be bad sometimes. It just fucking depends. But if you watch the 49er game the other night, there was a few times, and I hate the fucking Niners, but there was a few times where that pocket was crumbling and Purdy stayed in there with guys right on him and was making throws, bro. Like all on him, bumping up against him, and was making throws. You'll never see Gardner Minshew do that, because the first sign that he thinks he's being that someone's coming free, he's scrambling, even if there isn't anyone coming free. Even if there's nobody coming free, he's scrambling and he's fucking scared because he's already been hit. Kind of like what I hate to say, but kind of like the Derek Carr thing, which some of it's true and some of it isn't, where they try to say, oh, if you hit him first, hit him early in the game, he's flustered the rest of the game. I don't necessarily believe that with Carr, although that's what happened a lot late in his career. So it's 50-50. But with Minshew, no question. You could see it. Once they got to him a couple of times, he was fucking scared, and he was just fucking running for his life back there. The line did not help him, but there was times where the line was holding up, and he just didn't stay in the pocket long enough for the route to develop to make the throw while the guy was coming open, which I said in a fucking video, he has no fucking anticipation. He can't throw to an open spot. He can't throw a fucking receiver open. And when you can't do those things, guys have to be wide open, and he cannot be scared for him to make the fucking throws. Because if you see when he was making throws earlier in the game, he was a little bit more comfortable. As soon as he got hit a few times, all that shit changed, and those happy feet got more fucking happy, and he kept rolling out, and he kept running, when there was times he should have took off earlier than he did, and there was times when he should have took off later or made the throw instead of trying to take off running early. So that one play, bro, where he's throwing, he don't know what he's doing. You could see he's like, he thought Adams was going to be out there. And my brother was like, well, how do you know it's not that Adams fucked up? I said, because number one, that's Luke Getsy. Adams knows Luke Getsy's fucking offense. Minshew don't. Minshew thought he was going to be out there. When he's getting ready to release the ball, he's like, fuck, he's not out there. Boom, throws it into the goddamn ground. It's a fumble. They recover it. The rest is fucking history. They only got 3 points, but that was a possession that was taken away when we were kind of moving the ball a little bit. So you get that. They scored. Then you get him the sacks. We can't run the ball. Fucking Zamir White. Basically, everyone we're depending on, Kuntz is fucking hurt. Bitch ass Tyree Wilson, that motherfucker. Alex Leatherwood, that motherfucker already. I'm tired of that son of a bitch. Sorry, Tyree. I know if we were in person, you probably fucking choke slam the shit out of me because you're a lot bigger and stronger than me. Neither here nor there. But you're not. So fuck you. You're a fucking bust. It's time to write you off, bro. Alex Leatherwood, you're gone. Get the fuck out of here. Go to Chicago. Go to the Niners. Go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. Just bounce. So you got Kuntz. You got Wilson you can't count on. You got Zamir White, who let us down with a fucking fumble. You got Minshew, when we counted on. He's fucking basura. Garbage Minshew is trash. Garbage Minshew is trash. Garbage Minshew, you are fucking trash, bro. You like I always said, you show flashes of greatness, and then you'll show flashes of fucking straight basura, homie, trash. And knock me if you want, but that's what I say. Yep. Yeah. Now, am I saying that Aiden would have won us the game? No. But I do believe we wouldn't have had that one turnover. I believe if he would have turned the ball over, it would have probably been somewhere in the middle of the game, but I don't believe he would have done it twice. And that defense isn't that good. It's just that our offensive line hasn't really played together. It's that Cody Whitehair and Andre James. They're the two fucking weak links right there. If I was the Raiders, I bring in Glaze. If Miller's good, if Miller's not good, I take fucking Mumford, put him over to left tackle, right? Put Glaze at right fucking tackle, Powers Johnson at center, and maybe one of the young guys, or James at left guard, and go there. Because when the center is weak on the line, the rest of the line is fucked. Because now he's worried because he can't get off, he can't get his blocks, he can't get up quick enough, he can't get low enough. And now he's worried about his fucking blocks, so he's not calling everything. He's not checking everything he should be doing. Time's running down. They're not ready. They got to snap the fucking ball and go. And you can see that was happening. So when the center is fucked and the center is weak, that O-line's going to be fucking shot. There were so many times in that game where Andre James missed a fucking block, whether it was a pass block or a running block. I can't even count them. Miller was looking like straight trash. He's hurt. I get it. He's supposed to be our best O-lineman. I get that too, but yeah, Big Mo, because if you can't run the ball, you can't do shit. That's the main thing. Everything was predicated on the run. Zeus is going to run the rock. We're going to run the rock. That'll open everything up for Minshew, Adams, Bowers, everyone else. Now, granted, Minshew did some good things, but that's what he does. He does some good stuff, and then he does some bad shit. So it's almost like he's got to outdo the bad shit with the good shit. Of course, in anything, that's what you want to do, but you just don't want to be doing anything bad if you can help it in the goddamn game. You want to do everything right, and if you do make a mistake, it's not going to come back to hurt you. So with fucking Minshew, man, it's just 50-50 every time. I have no confidence in the guy. And another thing, when Antonio Pierce didn't go for it late in the fourth, 7 minutes in the fourth, we all know it was a big mistake. And I understand he's trying to play the field fucking game, flip the field, our defense. But at that point, our defense had been fucking defending the rock most of the fucking day. They were bound to break. They had to get right back out there. So when you think about it, it's like you got to take into consideration. Yeah, you want to lean on your defense, but with the situation, with the way the game had went, how it was a grueling game, and they're just pounding the run back and forth, both teams. You do not ever want to give John Harbaugh the fucking ball with the lead late in the fourth. Never. I told my brother when we punted, I said, we're done, bro. They're going to run the fucking clock out on us or score. And what did they do? They fucking scored, right? So it's you could see it coming. And I just don't understand how a fan, I'm not the only one, I know you guys did too, how we could be there at home watching this happen and they don't fucking see it going on. They don't feel the energy of the game and be like, you know what? We got to go for it right now because we're not going to get another chance. But it showed Antonio Pierce had no confidence in that offense. No confidence in the line, no confidence in the quarterback play, no confidence in anything. And I don't blame him. But at the same time, AP, a message to AP. I know you probably never see it because it's a small fucking channel. But Antonio Pierce, check this out, bro. Check it out. You have no reason to be talking shit anymore. That's all I can say. You have no reason to. He shouldn't be talking up anymore because when he had a chance to show his balls right there like he's done before, he didn't do it. No. I don't got no offense. I don't got no confidence in my offense. I don't got no confidence in my offense. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So I just understand, bro. Like the line's fucked up. We ain't running the ball. And if we can't run the ball, we're in trouble. If we cannot run the ball, we're fucked. and you can't pass. You can't pass if you can't run the ball. So, and the way that our fucking team set up, the way the quarterback is, and all that, and our line, get that fucking run blocking scheme down. Get it down first. And once you get it down, then let's worry about the fucking pass. And it's sad that that's where we're at. Not only that, the fucking the motherfucking play calling, bro, the play design. Some of it looks so dope and some of it's straight trash. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, bro. And it's like fucking weird. Like 1 minute you call a nice play. The next minute it's a fucking 2-yard pass. The next minute after that's another 1-yard pass. Then it's a pass behind the line of scrimmage. It's like, dude, your fucking play calling is just straight trash. Yep. The funny thing is with Zamir, yeah, right? That's right. Big Mo, he did lose the job because of the turnover, and this motherfucker turning it over left and right. Yes, he should have, Richard Lyon. Big Mo, Raider Joe. It's, man, these motherfuckers, bro, it just, we could see it happening. We could just see it. I'm like, I told my brother, man, when we could not move the ball no more in the second and third quarter, and I seen that, and I'm like, bro, like you could just see we had no chance because Minshew was flustered. Minshew was fucking, he had jitters, he was scared, he couldn't, you know, and to be fair with the dude, after getting hit a couple times like that, I would be too, but that's part of being the fucking quarterback that you want to be, Minshew. You want to be a starter, bro. That's why I say, man, and I'm not a fucking NFL expert, but that's why I always say. To me, I want a quarterback that's a pocket passer first, a scrambler second. I don't want a guy that's a scrambler first, and then hey, I just make shit happen on the move. You're not Mahomes, bro. Fuck Mahomes, but you're not him. All right, you're not Caleb Williams. You're not AOC, Aiden O'Connell, the con man, AC 112, Darth Raiden, whatever the fuck we want to call him. Isn't that either. But that motherfucker stays in the pocket and will take the shot to deliver the fucking ball. Especially on those kind of routes that Luke Getsy was fucking designing, that you need to be in there staying in the goddamn pocket. That line was fucking horrendous, bro. And the defense held up until they couldn't anymore. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You're Raider Joe. Me and my brother was saying the same shit. He goes, it looks like fucking McDaniels again. Because were you like us? Don't run it up the gut. Please don't run. I was like, please do not run it up the gut. Not a run up the, it's a run up the motherfucking gut, bro. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Come on, bro. How the fuck are we seeing this? We know they're going to run it up the gut. So the defense don't know they're going to run it up the gut. Like, bro, a naked bootleg wouldn't fucking hurt you to save your motherfucking life, dude. What happened to the naked bootleg? How come the Raiders don't run it anymore? Every other team runs it every once in a while, but the motherfucking Raiders, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy. I was just so frustrated watching that fucking game. It looked straight up like motherfucking Josh McDukey was calling that motherfucking game, man. I swear to God, I was so pissed off. Madison looked all right. He looked all right. And that's sad. That was the one fucking bright spot. Bowers caught like 6 balls. Devontae got his little bit of catches. Myers, Trey Tucker with 2 fucking catches and like maybe 2 or 3 targets. No. And one thing I didn't like either, when they did the interview with Minshew yesterday and they asked him, Hondo Carpenter for Sports Illustrated asked him, it seemed like there was a lot of checkdowns, Sunday. Am I correct to say that? And he's like, yeah, yeah, the defense they were playing, it kind of, dictates that, and then, they're playing the three high, so that defense kind of dictates, the checkdowns. And yeah, you guys weren't really pushing the ball down the field. Well, we got guys that can stretch the field, and yeah, they can stretch the field, but we're trying to do a lot more other stuff than just stretch the field. Like, bro, you guys didn't even stretch the motherfucking field. So what the fuck you mean you're trying to do a whole lot of other things? I know you're trying to run the ball. I know you're trying to do play action. And if you can't run the ball, there's no fucking play action. But here's the thing. Would it kill these motherfuckers, Raider Joe, and all my other Raider brothers? Raider Mo, Richard Lyon, Big Mo, I said Raider Mo, my bad. Big Mo Uncensored. Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. The same up the gut playing, and we don't got no fucking Jacobs. Like, nah, Zamir's good, bro, but I don't know, bro. He's got to hold on to that fucking ball. Would it kill these motherfuckers, bro? Would it kill them to maybe say, hey, People know we're going to run the ball. We want to run the ball. But let's go out there and have some balls. So my first 2 plays of the game on offense, we're calling play action. Play action. Run 2 or 3 fucking play action fucking plays in a fucking row. Would it hurt you? If you remember those old Raider teams with Gannon in them, man, Gruden had a fucking couple times where he ran like 3 play actions in a fucking row. Because at that point, the defense is like, well, the run's got to be coming. And then if it comes, it comes. But then it's not. It's not coming. So it's a game of chess. But would it kill them to start the game with play action? It doesn't have to be a straight handoff. It don't got to be a straight drop back for a fucking pass. Would it kill a motherfucker to start a game with play action, bro? Before you get into, well, we haven't ran the ball, so we can't really do. Start off with some play action. Get them thinking. Okay, we thought they were going to fucking run it. They didn't. Or we thought they did. We thought they were going to pass it, and they ran it. Something. And if they catch it, they catch it. They don't. But hey, at least you're trying something different instead of this whole Josh McDukey fucking circus that seems to keep fucking plaguing us. It's just like plaguing us, man. It's like we're fucking cursed, and I hate being in that fucking energy. But when it comes down to this, okay, the first Jim Harbaugh, the first game, I was going to say the first Harbaugh, but the first Jim Harbaugh. And only one Jim. There's, of course, not 2 fucking Jims, but there's a John Harbaugh. So his brother John is who we're playing this week in Baltimore. So the first Harbaugh got in Antonio Pierce's ass because another thing, Pierce got out-coached. Pierce also got out-coached. And I get it, he's a young coach and all this and that. But this is why I say he can't be up there gloating and talking shit because he's doing a lot of shit talking and the team's not ready to back it up. They're not fucking ready to back it up. They're not. They were last year because they were pumped up because, you know, they fucking fired McDukey. Yes, that motherfucker's out of here. We got Antonio Pierce. But now after the fucking hype, you got to live up to it, AP. You got to put these motherfuckers in gear. Everybody smash the like for me, by the way, too, bro. Yeah, the hot mic, bro. Hey, Raider Joe. I was going to talk about that. Raider Joe. They're talking about how we fucking feel. It's cool to know those motherfuckers talk like that, but you know Antonio Pierce ain't gonna like that shit. Those motherfuckers probably never be invited back up in there. They'll probably never be invited back up in there. Who knows? If I was Antonio Pierce, I'd be like, man, get these motherfuckers out of here. Find me some new writers. AP. Hey, you need a writer? I'll do this shit for free. You don't got to pay me shit. Just let me go out every couple hours to the parking lot, get my little laps in, maybe a puff or 2, some water. We'll ride all fucking day. And I won't bash the team either. Yeah, Raider Joe. They were talking so much shit about MINSHEW getting his ass handed to him by Baltimore. And this is what I feel with Baltimore. Let's talk about the Ravens. The Ravens are a better team than the Chargers. We all know that shit. They're a better team than the Chargers. They got a better defense than the Chargers. They got a better offense than the Chargers. They got a better running back than the Chargers. And I want to sound optimistic. But if they don't make any changes to that line, like if they don't got Glaze in at left guard, if I was them right now, if Powers Johnson don't come back, supposedly he's supposed to play this weekend. Supposedly he's coming back, but I don't know where they're going to put him at. Maybe it's going to be to cover Whitehair, right? It should be. He's going to be left guard, right? Okay, so say he comes back and he goes to left guard. But what if he don't? If he don't, they should take out Whitehair and put Glaze in there, bro. Glaze is better than Whitehair. Glaze is better than Cody Whitehair. That dude is trash. That guy could not block shit. That guy could not block anything. That guy could not even constipate his own motherfucking intestines if he ate cheese for 2 years straight and nothing else. That motherfucker couldn't block up shit. The O-line, bro, is going to be the Achilles heel for us. It's going to be the Achilles heel for us, and it's not even cool. It's not even good. But I'll tell you what, that hot mic, the way that they were trashing MINSHEW, man, it made me feel bad for Gardner Minshew. It made me feel bad for the dude, man, because at the end of the day, right, as a player, fuck Gardner Minshew. Fuck that. Fuck trash Minshew. Garbage Minshew, fuck you. But as a person, the dude's a cool dude. He's a down-to-earth guy. He's cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, got nothing personally against the guy. And to have to deal with that, to know that he went on stage right before that, and to find out afterwards maybe that there was a hot mic that people were talking, the beat writers were talking trash about him before he went up there. Like, Yeah. 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 The O-line needs to show up, bro, because if it doesn't, they're going to be in the backfield all day long. Minshew is going to be on his ass all day long. And it's going to be a replay of what the Chargers just did to us, and probably worse. Because right now, based on the first game, last year with McDukey, it seemed like he made no adjustments at halftime. It seemed like Josh McDukey never adjusted to anything. He just kept trying to do the same thing no matter what the defense did to them. And the same thing when it came to when it came to fucking Antonio Pierce this Sunday. Like, there was no adjustments. Harbaugh made all the adjustments. You could see in the second half, he adjusted everything. They changed the offense a little bit. They ran a little bit different plays. On defense, they changed it up a little bit, started bringing more pressure. There was adjustments made. The Raiders seemed like they never made no adjustments. Like, they were always on the retreat. Like, they weren't on the attack. Like, they were always on the retreat. And if you're going to play inspired football, if you're going to play in the inspiration of our fucking founder, Al Davis, you better have some huevos. You better have some giddy up. You better have some fucking balls. You better have some speed. And you better punch a motherfucker in the mouth. And who gives a fuck? Let's go. Load the fucking wagons. John Madden style. All that other shit needs to get tossed out the fucking window. All these other motherfuckers that run their fucking mouth and they're saying the Raiders are in the fucking in the dumps and they're done and throw them in a ditch and all that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like we used to say back in fucking 88, sit on this bitch and rotate, motherfucker. All you Raider haters can suck a fucking dildo for all I care. Are we done? No. Are we ready to fucking make a change in terms of move forward? Like, are we going to play better in this game? If we can run the football like everybody knows, it'll be a better game. But if we cannot run that motherfucking football, it's going to be a replay of what happened with the Chargers. One Harbaugh is going to tell the other Harbaugh, like the league always does, that it's a copycat league. Hey, man, this is what they did. This is what they didn't do. This is what they can't do. This is how I fooled them. And watch. Mark my fucking words. I hate to fucking be like this, but after I seen Minshew with passing to the fucking ghost over there, tirando a pass to fucking Casper, there's nobody there. That motherfucker just threw it into the ground and it went running after it and was trying to tell the defender, no, don't fucking grab it up, motherfucker. Like, come on, bro. Whew. After seeing that, bro, that's the whole idea, Malachi. That's the whole idea. Thank you, bro. Appreciate I can make you laugh. I appreciate that. So, when we come down to Sunday, keys to victory, the fucking O-line. The defense is going to show up. Our defense is going to show up. And another thing I want to say, I have them on our fantasy on my fantasy team. I've got the fucking Raiders as a defense. Some people are like, oh, you're stupid, whatever. But, hey, man, I try to be loyal, even though I know they're going to probably fuck me because they always do. But it is what it is. I'm just fucking that stupid. I'm loyal. I'm a Raider. What can I fucking say? Okay? If the Raiders do not run that game, there's only one way if there's only one way. If we cannot run that ball and run that game as far as possession of the football and all that, the defense is going to have to come up big. We're going to need a score or two from them. We're going to need a couple of turnovers. We're going to need maybe a pick six. We're going to need a fumble recovery, a sack, fucking fumble, something. We need to get some turnovers. We need to keep them off the field, keep that offense off the field. And unfortunately, we can't say that our offense is just going to run and keep the offense off the field. But there's more than one way to keep an offense off the field, like taking the fucking ball from them. So this is a message to the fucking Raider defense. Yo, Condor, big fucking, what's his name? Hamburger helper, fucking Wilkins in the middle. All right, we don't got Kuntz. We don't got Wilson, Janarius Robinson. Yo, RoboCop, your motherfucking ass needs to be in the backfield nonstop. You need to be getting on this fucking puto. You need to make sure that Lamar Jackson is not scooting and grooving and moving around us and he's fucking down the sideline 65 yards. We don't need that. What we need is that motherfucker on his ass. If you have to break his fucking legs to keep him there, then do it. What happened to the old Raider way of football? Now, maybe that's why I never became a coach, because if I was Antonio Pierce, I don't give a fuck. I would tell motherfucking Max Crosby, look, man, this first series, you get as close as you can to Lamar Jackson. I don't give a fuck. Go at his goddamn legs. I'll take the fine. Get that motherfucker out the game. Come on. Old school Raider way of football. I know you can't do that now, but I'm just being, old school way of Raider football, man. Take out the best player and you got a better chance to win. Bottom fucking line. But anyways, that ain't going to happen. There's two ways this game can go. Of course, we can either win it or we could lose it. That's obvious. But what I mean by two ways, if we lose it, we're probably going to lose it close. And what I mean by close, maybe by two scores. If we win it, we're going to win it barely. And a win's a win, so it don't matter. There's a real slim chance that if we can't stop Henry and Jackson running that ball, it could be a long day for us. It could be a long day for us because they're just going to exploit or try to exploit what the Chargers did. They're just going to try to do that shit. It's a copycat league. We all know that shit. Yeah. Yeah, Big Mo. Richard Lyon, yep. Hey, man, when it comes down to it, man, I was so fucking depressed after that game. Then I was hoping that the Niners would lose on Monday night. That didn't fucking happen. I was like, man, I've been having a fucked up week in terms of sports. In terms of sports, everything else is good. I can't complain. Now, so moving forward, do you guys have confidence in Gardner Minshew? Does the nation have confidence in garbage MINSHEW? No, I don't. I didn't have confidence when they named him the starter. Why the fuck would I have confidence now? Yo, everybody in here, do me a favor. Hit the like for me. Smash the motherfucking like. Por favor. Do me the favor. Only cost you a quarter. That old school fucking movie. But yeah. So when it comes down to it, man, the Raiders, garbage MINSHEW, Zamir White, I lost confidence in Zamir too. Usually when he's running the ball, he's usually covering it up pretty good, and he left that shit wide open this Sunday. It was wide open. They punched the motherfucker out. It was all over the goddamn football field. They recovered it. Those fucking turnovers, man. The late turnover in the game, I won't hold it so much towards MINSHEW because we're already out of the game. He's trying to make something happen, but it's just all bad, man. And all I kept hearing, the later that the game got, all I kept hearing in my head was that old fucking bloopers music. I'm like, goddamn. I was like, a motherfucking circus, bro. A motherfucking circus. Antonio Pierce looked soft in my estimation as a fucking Raider fan. 4th and 1, bro, and you don't even got no confidence in none of these motherfuckers to get a yard. Was that your call? Was that Luke Getsy's call? Was that Marvin Lewis's call? Was that Tom Coughlin's? Whose call was it? That's what I'm starting to do with so many motherfuckers on that sideline now. I'm like, whose call was that? Because if you seen and you read his lips in between before they punted, he was saying like, we can't go for that? Like asking, or was he saying we can go for that? It was almost like he was questioning, like, what the fuck, right? All right, Richard Lyon. Thank you for dropping in, bro. Yeah, Raider Joe. Yep. If he pulls this game out against the Ravens, it'll calm a lot of shit down, and he can win some people over, because it was like I said, bro, be safe, Richard Lyon, and thank you for stopping in, bro. Thank you for dropping in with us, man. I appreciate you. If it was, they crowned Gardner Minshew Mania from the jump. Minshew Mania is here when he got the starter, right? When he got to the starter position, Minshew Mania, and I'm like, no. This motherfucker hasn't done nothing in a Raider jersey. He hasn't done shit in a Raider jersey. He hasn't done shit anywhere else either. He was just average everywhere else. But average in this league now is looking like he's above average, like he's good. He's a good fucking backup. He's a good guy. Late down in a game, in a season, whatever, you can bring off the bench. He's got that spark because he hasn't played all game, and no one's fucking watched film on him. No one's prepared for him. But as him being the starter, I don't believe the guy's going to be successful, especially when we can't run the ball. Now, the true test is when we are running the ball, how he looks then will tell the true tale of who garbage MINSHEW really fucking is. Hey, even the beat writers were saying this shit. Garbage MINSHEW. That's what they were calling you, MINSHEW. They were calling you fucking trash, bro. They were calling you garbage. If I was you, I'd get one of those fucking fat, out of shape fucking weenie washing sports writers, grab him by the motherfucker throat, take him back to your van, put his head in between the fucking back door and where it closes and slam that motherfucker 4 or 5 fucking times. Wham, wham, wham. Right about that, you motherfucker, because you know what? At the end of the day, that was disrespectful, and that's very unprofessional. And Raiders, I'm fucking embarrassed that you got pieces of shit like that writing for your motherfucking team. Fire that son of a bitch, bring a piece of shit like me up in there, and I'll write for you, and I won't bash the team because I love the team. But even I know how to keep it professional. Even I know not to bash fucking players like that if I'm going to be writing for them. You don't do that. Somebody left that mic on purpose. I wonder if that was Antonio Pierce that said, hey, man, I hear these guys are running their mouth in these conferences before we get in there. How about you guys leave a mic on so I can hear what the fuck they're saying? Think about that. Yo, what's up, Dub? What's cracking? Just talking Raiders, bro, and Kamala fucking Camel Toe Harris and O'Donnell Trump and the whole fucking 9 yards. It's just, you know, it's what's up, Raider Joe? Bro. Yeah. It's Shannon Sharp, bro. I think that was a setup with Shannon Sharp. I think they're just trying to make him look like he's not gay, bro, because everybody was talking about he was gay. I think that's a setup, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were laughing at him, bro. And I know he didn't like it, right? You can see the look on his face, like he didn't like that he was kind of being made fun of, you know what I'm saying? But MINSHEW, you know, as a person, he's a good dude, man. But as a player, the dude is trash. The guy's garbage MINSHEW. Like I've been saying, garbage MINSHEW. And you know what? At some point, you got to go with the youngster. At some point, you need to quit fucking around. I'm not saying go with him now, but I believe that to begin with, he was a better option than what the fuck we got out there right now, which is trash MINSHEW. And MINSHEW, if he does not do well against the Ravens and he looks even worse, bro, that big old fucking donkey that the nation's hitting you in the fucking face with right now, it's going to get even longer, my boy. It's going to get longer, bigger. It's going to look like an alligator just fucking whacking your motherfucking ass. Whack, whack, whack. Motherfucker's going to be fucked. I think Shannon Sharp was piping Michael Jackson, bro. Was it 50 Cent? Or maybe it was The Game. One of these fucking rappers, fool. One of those rappers was getting piped. I know it wasn't fucking Cat Williams, because Cat Williams don't fuck around like that. I know it wasn't Cat. So it's one of these fucking Hollywood dudes. Was it Tyrese? I don't fucking know. One of these motherfucking Illuminati fucks, you know what I'm saying, was getting piped, and it was acting like a woman. But one of them was getting piped down. One of them was trying to catch it. Come here and catch it, motherfucker. Come catch it. Yeah, bro. You're right. You're right, Raider Joe, because you know what? Peyton's a good coach. They all seen our weaknesses, bro, and they're hoping that if our O-line gets our shit together, man, we'll be all right. Then we got a shot. So what I think is going to happen is as the games go along, when Powers Johnson comes back, the line will be 100 times better because you got Whitehair out. Then the question mark is Andre James. What's going to happen with him? So if Andre James starts to fail once Johnson comes back at left guard, right? But we're still having problems with Andre James. Don't be surprised if they move Powers Johnson to center and put Glaze in at left guard and just pull James out. Do not be surprised because they need to strengthen that lineup and they need to be able to block. And they need to be able to, of course, run the fucking ball. If we can't run the ball, we can't do a fucking thing like anyone else. That's no secret. But with us, that's our fucking problem right now after game one. We can't run the fucking ball. And then when we do, we give it up. We cough it up. It's just, you know, it's bullshit, bro. But I don't know, man. Whoever the fuck put a curse on us, though, I'm just waiting. Like, they're going to catch Devontae Adams, you know what I mean, with some crazy shit, or, you know, of course they're not. I'm just talking shit like a player. You know, which player is going to be the one that fucks up this time? Which player is going to have a run-in with the cops this time? Which one's going to be fucking found asleep in a goddamn casino parking lot in their goddamn Lambo, drunk as fuck? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it going to be this time? Yeah, Raider Joe. I'm on Instagram. I don't really partake it much, but I'm on there here and there. So yeah, man, it's disheartening. My fucking Raiders. What's even more disheartening is how everybody was making fun of Donald Trump about the cats and the dogs. Did you guys see that? They're making fun of Donald Trump about the cats and the dogs. And the fucked up thing is, there's news out there about cats being killed and eaten. I didn't hear nothing about dogs, but I heard about cats and ducks, geese at the parks being yanked out of the water with their necks chopped off, and they're walking off with them. The Haitians in their country, they can eat cats, ducks, and all that shit straight off the land if they want, if they find them, which they don't. But they're in a third world country and they think they could do that shit here. And that's the problem, is you can't. So it's okay for all this shit to be happening here. It's okay for all this stuff to be going on. But when Trump says something about it, he's a liar, because he's got the mediators right in front of him right there saying, oh, you're lying. We just fact checked that. Yeah, they fact check everything so quick. But yet when Kamala Harris was talking about she owns a gun and she ain't coming for any guns, none of them called her out on her. Well, in 2020, you said this. You said this before. You also said this. You want to confiscate. You want a buyback program. They didn't say none of that. So it's just, to me, it's a bunch of bullshit. And it's just more distraction. And people talking about World War III's coming. World War III is already on. It's already on and cracking. It's been on. And if people ain't paying attention, it's crazy. But don't be surprised when some shit blows up over here. Hey, man, that's crazy. That's crazy, Big Mo. Oh, bro, World War III started when motherfucking Russia and Ukraine got into it. And now you see what's going on, what's been going on with the Jew folks, with Israel, right? Palestine and all that. It's been cracking off, bro. It's been cracking off. They just think that people don't know because they ain't paying attention. Oh, no, not full force. Not full force, but it's already on and cracking. It's just not full force to where it's noticeable to us outside of the goddamn news, to when we walk out and we see it everywhere. Not yet, but it's coming. And the fucked up thing about it is people are more worried about global warming, transgender rights that nobody's taken from them. That, in fact, they've given them to them. Nobody's taken anything from them. And abortion rights. Like, we got way more important shit to talk about. That's important as well. But the safety of people here, the health, the well-being, the health of people here, mentally and physically, is more fucking important than any fucking other thing in any other motherfucking country. And why do we need to keep sending money to other countries when this shithole is just going down the motherfucking proverbial tubes? It's down the tubes. What fucking tubes? I don't know, but there's fucking tubes, and it's going down those whatever tubes they are. If it's your fallopian tubes, if it's your fucking tripas, if it's your fucking asshole, if it's your side chick's tubes or the wife's tubes, it's going down somebody's motherfucking tubes, but it's going down the fucking tubes. Yeah, I agree, Darkwing Duck. It should be a state issue because that's what the states are for straight up. The Matrix tubes. Hey, Darkwing Duck. Yeah, there is a lot of Venezuelans. I see them when I go to the Walmarts, bro. I said it before. I'm starting to run into a lot more Cubans as well. A lot more Cubans. I get it, man. Folks coming in from everywhere, but the fucked up thing is we don't know what they're really here for. I just know when I'm out in public around them, they're just real standoffish. They don't talk, they don't smile, nothing. It's like they got it in for you. Yep, Darkwing Duck. That's right. I don't know who the fuck Darkwing Duck is, but that's a tight fucking name. Darkwing Duck. Hey, Darkwing Duck. Gardner Minshew's Darkwing Duck. That should be his fucking nickname. Darkwing Duck. Until that motherfucker starts winning a fucking game, he's Darkwing Duck. Yep. Hey, Raider Joe, Do you notice how, now I don't know if you've been living in the same house for years or whatever, but me, I've moved around the last few years. So I've seen the changes in how more and more agencies own the property where you can't deal with a private fucking owner anymore. Do you know that majority of these agencies that are running these properties are all owned by the Chinese? Because China has bought so much real estate in the US everywhere, not just by next to Air Force bases and Army bases, everywhere. Everywhere. They've bought in fucking land everywhere. The fucking company that I rent from is a huge company. I won't say the name of it, but they're like one of the biggest companies in the world. And it's owned by China. Every time I fucking need to get something done here, or I need to talk to someone, like when our fence blew over, the tree blew over and all that, you got to call a 1-800 number. And when somebody picks up, it's, hello, this is Karen. How can I help you? You know, what's your problem? How can we help you today? And I got to talk to them. And it's always somebody with a fucked up accent. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Everything is through the internet. Nothing's in person. Nothing's in fucking person. Everything's through the fucking internet. They do it. This is all owned by fucking China. They've bought so much fucking real estate. It's ridiculous. And they're controlling the pricing on the real estate, and they're controlling who they rent it to, for how long and for how much. And they're the ones that are driving the prices up because they are trying to milk Americans dry from the inside out in more fucking ways than one. People need to wake the fuck up before, that's already too fucking late. Anyway, yeah. Yes, sir. Darkwing Duck. Yes, sir. You are right about that. Yeah, there's a lot of the U.S. that's not owned by United States Americans. It's owned by, dual citizens. It's owned by other countries, and it doesn't even belong to us. And I get it. We're all immigrants, but I'm native as well. But it don't even belong. The natives still got their land, and there's weird shit going on with that too. When they build these casinos and stuff, there's these little special interests that are involved and stuff like that as well. So, do me a favor, guys. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button for me as well. Oh, wait a minute. Why'd the chat get disconnected? That's weird. But yeah, it's just fucking crazy, man. It's just fucking real crazy when it comes to this shit. The Venezuelans, the Cubans, the Bolivians, the Colombians, fools from Paraguay, Uruguay, Chile, you know what I'm saying? Brazil, the whole nine. Unable to connect to that. Please, what the fuck? What happened? Are we still? Can anyone hear me here? Can anyone see me? Something happened? This is weird. I think my shit froze or something because it's saying the chat's disconnected. So I guess we're going to have to get off. If you guys can see me, I'm going to bounce. I might come back later, if not tomorrow. Thank you guys, man. I got to take my ass and go run. I'm going to have to end this. This is weird. I think I froze.